Hey, what's up to everybody who's subscribed to Corrupted on YouTube? You're about to hear a clip from Morning Madness, episode 105. You can listen to all the episodes of Morning Madness when you become a $5 patron, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Become a patron, use the app, download everything in MP3 on your phone off, you save your data plan, all that stuff. Here is episode 105, or part of episode 105. To listen to the full episode, go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, and here it is. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Madness, episode 105. I don't know. My name is Joe Cronin. What's up? You guys know that because you're patrons. In fact, you probably know a whole hell of a lot more than anybody else about me because you're patrons. So, the idea of introducing myself on one of these podcasts is really stupid. I don't know. Anyway, what's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. Doing well, doing okay. Lots of crazy stuff in the news out there. Fairly boring Raw for me last night. Nominees announced for MTV Video Music Awards. I don't care. I don't know a damn thing about music right now, except that most of what I hear about it sucks. It's funny because I never thought I'd be like that. I always heard people say, oh, you know, I don't listen to music anymore, or I don't really know what's going on anymore, and you know, I always used to think, like, well, you're just kind of a dumbass, like, right, you know? You don't care. But now I would say, I really don't know. And I don't care to know based on what I've seen. For the most part. I really have to search to find something good. I mean, sure, there's, like, a occasional song, I guess, that might be a hit that comes out, like, that I'm like, ooh, I like that single, or this single, whatever. And, you know, I like, you know, like The Weeknd, I like some of their singles and some of the other people's singles. But, I don't know. It's funny because they're talking about this Anthony Bourdain's suicide obsession. It's heart-wrenching. I never knew about it. Ooh, I never knew. I mean, didn't his girlfriend, like, cheat on him allegedly or something like that? You know? And then he killed himself. I gotta give a shout out to the new patrons, man. There's just so many new patrons. It's pretty crazy. We need the support, though, so thank you guys for being here. And hopefully you guys, many people actually became patrons that are under the $5 tier, so they may not even be hearing this podcast, but, you know, maybe you guys can encourage people to go to the $5, but that's up to them and us and everybody else. But if you're hearing this and you came up to the $5, I'm glad you're here. And, yeah, so Tay Money 13, he went up. So shout out to Tay Money. And shout out to Jared KO. We got Joe Compton, increased his pledge from $10 to $15. Thank you to Joe Compton. Kumar Jenkins, he's at $2, so you won't hear this. Me One and Only Bitch, $2 patron, I think. There's another $2 one. But then we got a lot of $5 ones, too, that signed up a little while back. And I can't quite make it out right now, so we'll get back to that tomorrow. I'm going to go through the list of everybody that's new. So I asked you guys, want to ask me anything, ask some questions below. So we're going to just kind of do a little Q&A here. Because that's kind of what I want to get into. Shots fired, Christian. I'm going to do that every time. Every time I talk about shots fired. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're on a desktop, you can right-click on the orange. Like, you know, it says the title at the top of these, the sound clip. It says, you know, Morning Madness episode, whatever. And below that, you see the file in orange or whatever. You can right-click on that and save as to download it to your desktop, by the way. Or send it to yourself or whatever. But if you're on a phone, I believe there's a little arrow on the right somewhere where it just automatically downloads for you if you click the arrow or whatever. So it's weird how Patreon is different at mobile versus desktop. Some features work differently. It's kind of stupid. Like on the app, on the mobile app, you can't see the you can't see the categories. So you could go look up every Corrupted podcast easily. Like you go to the Corrupted category, you go to that category, and on the post section. But on your phone mobile app, it's not there. You'd have to open your Patreon in your browser and browse a desktop version to be able to see that. I don't understand why categories don't show up on mobile phone. Anyway, fucking stupid. I don't get it. It's been pissing me off for a long time, and it seems like that will never end. I've emailed them a million times and been like, hey, what the hell is up with this? Shots Fired Christian says, why don't women have penises? Asking for a friend. Well, I don't know. Probably because we wouldn't be here, right? Like we just wouldn't be here. If women had penises and we had penises, well, then nobody would ever be born, because then the private parts wouldn't work the right way, and therefore you wouldn't even be able to ask that question. So I don't know. Cheeseburger says, could you come from fucking Bobbitt's titties? That's a really weird question, because he says, could you cum from his titties? I don't really get that. I suppose, I don't know. I don't want to be anywhere near his titties, I'll tell you that. Ray Rock says, are you still open to the idea of going out to random people asking them off-the-wall questions? Ray Rock, I am open to that idea, and I'm trying to figure out a good way to do it. In fact, I might even hit up an old friend who used to do camera for me years ago. It's been a while. I haven't talked. God damn it, I haven't seen him in 5 years now, I think. But maybe I can sucker him into doing it, holding the camera for me, or having somebody hold the camera for me. I don't know. Good idea, Ray Rock. Though I do still want to do it. I just been so busy at home with the kids, cleaning up stuff, running maintenance on the computer, trying to balance the money, IRS, trying to look at how I can possibly get a house in the next 2 months without making my poor kids have to switch school in the middle of the year, which I'm afraid that's not, it's looking like that. Unless I hit the lottery or we get a big fucking, somebody drops a fucking donation bomb or something, Broken Lion, or the ad revenue goes up on YouTube again. Wouldn't that be nice if the ad revenue came back? That'd be sick. That won't happen, but it'd be sick if it did. Or I guess if the subscribers, if I could work a little bit harder at the videos, the subs could go up, right? We could strike gold with a couple of videos, get like 5,000 subs in a week. Man, I think one time we did get 3,000 to 5,000 subs in a week a long time ago. It was like a while ago, That would be sick. If I could get to like 100,000 subs by the end of the year, which is probably, most likely, definitely not going to happen. Probably be lucky to get to 60,000 by the end of the year. But that would be epic, and that could probably get us there. But yeah, I do plan on doing it, though. Hopefully things will work out. But it's been so busy with this stuff that I haven't been able to do it. Broken Lion says, and what's up, motherfucker? Broken Lion says, what is the best parody song you've ever made? Ooh. Oh my God. That's a great question. Now, if you're talking about a song that's already been out that I parodied, I forget, to be honest. I really do. I think I forget. Whatever it is, I don't know right now. I couldn't tell you. So it must not be that good, because I'd remember, I would think. And if you were to just to say, like, what's the best song I've ever done? I think one of my favorite things that I've ever made was the Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns, the Roman's gonna bury Styles. The Roman's gonna bury Styles. Like, the whole rap and everything, I wrote it. So, and then I'd probably say, like, just one of the made-up, sort of off-the-cuff freestyles that I did, or something like that. I don't know. I really don't. Nothing sticks out to me. I think they're all okay. I think they're all pretty good and okay. Or they're all right, I don't think there's anything that's just that massively awesome, though, Or at least I can't think of it right now for some reason. I don't know. That Hogan one was pretty funny. The racist Hulk Hogan song where I said, I changed all the words. Like, if you're... I don't even remember how it went now, but I really thought that was funny as hell. I don't remember where that is, but it was really funny. And I did it to Real American, too. I changed all the words about how Hogan doesn't like the immigrants and stuff like that. I thought that was funny. Heistman Defoe says, am I God? I definitely am not God, because if I was God, I would fix a whole bunch of shit. Austin Young says, can you follow me on Instagram? If I can find you on Instagram, I will try, but I don't know if I'll find you. Now, if you link me your Instagram in a DM, I could probably find you them. Kumar Jenkins says, why can't I think of any questions? It's okay. Why can't I answer any, Kumar? Becca says, should I have pizza or burgers for dinner? Well, this is probably already passed for you, so I'd go burgers, though. I feel like burgers are better for you, right? Like, I love pizza and burgers, but I'm going to go ahead and say burgers are better for you, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe because all the cheese on the pizza isn't good, you know? So maybe a burger would be better. More dangerous to eat a hamburger, though. If you want to talk about food poisoning cases. Oh, fuck. Ranger Academia says, what is your favorite horror movie? I'm not big into horror movies. There was a time when I was, like, obsessed with it. But I'm not big into horror movies anymore. But, I mean, you know, The Shining, if that can be counted as a horror movie still. You know, and I mean, I think it is. I'm sure, like, some horror movie people, maybe it's considered, like, the Mecca, but some people, maybe it's considered, like, oh, you know, it's not really quite a full-on horror movie. You know, people like the crazier gore shit. I don't know. I like House of a Thousand Corpses. I like The Shining. And that's, you know, those are the two that come to mind right off the bat. But there's other ones that I do like. You know, I don't know if you can count The Cube as a horror movie, but I like the movie The Cube. But yeah, it's a good one. Luke Rojas. What food do you think Tommy will finally choke and die from? I'm going to go ahead and say the obvious, chicken. It's got to be chicken, right? Derek Hance. What's your vision of YouTube 10 years from now? Oh, man, YouTube 10 years from now is probably going to be like mainstream TV channels, or like old TV shows will start appearing on YouTube similar to Netflix. And Netflix will kind of, like, YouTube and Netflix will kind of rival each other, right? YouTube will start putting movies on it. I don't know, that, or I strongly believe it's that, or there won't be a YouTube anymore, you know? They'll be like, I mean, it seems hard to believe that there wouldn't be, but, because it's just so mega popular. But I mean, MySpace was mega popular back in 07, 06. You know, like, everybody was on MySpace. In 05, 06, 07, 08. So, you know, I didn't, at the time that, I never saw MySpace going anywhere. I was like, damn, MySpace, this is shit. It's the great. Let us put HTML on the pages, too. This is nuts. Like, we're always going to have MySpaces. I just remember the obsession with going to MySpace. It's so weird how now it feels nostalgic and weird to think about MySpace. It's because we don't go to it anymore at all, but we went to it, like, obsessively. The only way I can compare it to anything is I could tell you, if you're somebody who checks your Instagram or checks your Twitter or checks your Facebook regularly, like all the time, that's what people did with MySpace. But it was kind of like all those in one to me, right? Because not only could you put a post up, like a journal post, almost like just like your Facebook, but on top of that, you could share photos on it. You know, you would go to the kind of the feed where you could see everybody's stuff. It was kind of like Twitter, and it was like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook all rolled into one, you know? And I was angry when it died because I loved it. I loved it so much more than Facebook. I liked it so much better than Facebook. Even to this day, you know, Facebook is just kind of it's weird. It's still not as good as, you know, I mean, MySpace did get annoying after a while when you go to someone's page and, like, shit would be playing all over the place. And it got a little out of control. But, I don't know, man. It was kind of cool. It was, like, very free, very open, like the Wild West version of Facebook, you know? But, you know, that went away, so why not YouTube go away? I could see YouTube going away. Or I could see, I don't know. Maybe it won't go away, but 10 years it might go away. Or become something else like Google TV or something like that. Or Google Tube or something. And they'll change the whole thing. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, but I'm going to say that, I mean, I guess it's been around now for over 10 years, so maybe it'd be around for another 10 years at this point. But I would assume that it would go more corporatized than it is now. And if it does go more corporatized than it is now, which is how things usually go, then I would expect that it would become kind of like the afterthought, you know, kind of like how MySpace is now in a way. Like, MySpace is still there, but it's like kind of like nobody really talks about it that much. It is funny though when I hear a younger person go, check this. Yeah, we got you ever checked out MySpace? And I'm just like, yeah, I had a profile for 5 years and everybody did, and it was crazy, and then it went to shit, and it died, and now you're talking about it. That's weird. Wouldn't it be funny if MySpace came back and it just became the new thing all over again? That'd be fucking weird, huh? Would that be the first time, like almost ever, that something like that happened? It might be. That would be crazy if that happened. And we're laughing at, hey, remember when MySpace was just the shit in 06, 07, 08, and 09? And then it may be 2010 too. And then it just died in like 2010 pretty much. I met Leah on there, basically. So I love MySpace. Because I met Leah. I mean, I knew Leah from high school, but MySpace is where I found her. Because it would suggest people near you and those type of things. And I saw her and I was like, oh my God. I was like, this girl's beautiful, and I remember her from school. But I never talked to her, and because we just whatever. But I do remember her, and wow, like what the hell? And luckily luckily I had no shame, and I wasn't scared of anything at the time. And so I sent her a message. And luckily she was friends with somebody that I had been friends with when I was a kid. And they knew that I wasn't some psycho. At least they didn't think that, but we all know I am. But that was so that's funny. But yeah, so I don't know. It's either not here at all, or it's in some sort of more corporatized form, I think. But it'd be good to remember this day, July 17th, 2018. My prediction for where YouTube is in 10 years from now. I don't even want to imagine waiting 10 years to find out the answer to that. I assume that when I'm 44 years old in 10 years, that if I see that I would probably laugh out loud at the idea that, hey, do you remember 10 years ago you did this podcast where you gave your prediction on where MySpace, oh, Jesus Christ, where YouTube would be at this time? You said these are the answers. So yeah, I'm going to say either there's no YouTube at this point, or it is just so corporate that by now there's a few other options out there that people have spread to, and it's not as good as it. And even though it's 2018 and we think YouTube is not doing so well, in 2028 we will have raved for the time we could go back 10 years to when YouTube was this way right now. But I will say that it is possible, and this depends on how the internet goes and how other things go in society. It's possible that it opens up the door for something even more crazy and interactive that I could possibly trend on that could help. Hope you guys enjoy Morning Madness. This is what it's all about. You can listen to more episodes on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You can listen to the rest of this episode. It's about 50 minutes on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You can go down. You can actually download all 105 episodes on the Patreon app. If you have any trouble, please direct message me on Patreon. I communicate on Patreon a lot. And yeah, there's another 30 minutes to this podcast, so go check it out. But also, I'm going to be doing a Dropbox. So what that is I'll be linking everybody in the $5 tier to the a link where you can download instantly all 105 episodes to your phone, computer, whatever, or you can go in at any point and have the link to that Dropbox. Even if you were to, not be a patron anymore, that way you'd have the Dropbox of all 105 episodes. So I think that it's much easier that way to download all the episodes. And they're all pretty relevant, Like even some news stories I'm talking about from a while back, it's still fun to listen to, I think, but at least that's what I'm told. But yeah, enjoy the rest of this episode on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you later with more shit. Plus, tonight it is Thursday Night Throwdown at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. See you then.